For those who are new, totally Startup Accelerator program started. We launched in the month of March for our members and our potential future members. Those after 50 years of age think that they have an idea and they can start a business, or it could be a home-based business. It could be that you're already doing something small in your own house or with your friend, with your spouse and all that. How can you take it further in a professional manner is what we are going to help you handhold in these sessions, okay? And our sessions have started from first week of March, but those of you who have missed something, we are going to repeat all the topics again. So don't worry, you are not missing. You just look out. Ruchita, my request to you, if you can just share that link where they can book all the SAP related classes so they can block their calendars and they don't miss out anything. Twice a week, we have office hours where you can come and share your doubts, get clarification to whatever sessions have happened so far. And if you have any hold up, any hitch, you can talk about it. That's like a meeting. We are going to just share nothing new I'm going to teach, but I'm going to keep it open for you to have your questions being answered, okay? My name is Binda and I'm talking to you from Mumbai, India. And in this session today, creating a simple business plan. I'm sure some of you here are already into some small business or home-based business. Some of you have the thought of starting something. And there are few who don't have any idea, but maybe by the end of this session and going forward, they might start feeding their mind with some small ideas, okay? So some questions to ask yourself before starting to design your business plan. Create a simple business plan is what we are going to talk, and how to organize our plan. There are steps to write our business plan, and this is what we are going to talk and learn here. So how many of you, good morning, Vaidehi and Sujata, Geeta. How many of you are into, yes, that would be nice if you can come on the video. It makes us feel good. And then I can connect and we can actually relate to each other. People here, the idea is already set in about starting a business. Anyone here who never thought that I want to do something or I can do something? Savi said she had already applied. That means she has a dream, she has an idea. Geeta, of course, Anjana, Geeta, Vaidehi, yes. Mamta is totally new. So Mamta is, I think, sure she's coming with some background where she might want to get started. If not anything, LMD in Mamta. Learning and training and learning and development also could be one of your forte, because being in HR,
Yeah.
So hi, Shashi. Good morning. Nita has Nita Goyal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you have applied and you've been selected, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but tell me.
The thing is, I had emailed you that I had missed the first session of how to create. Yeah. So once I attend the session, then I will try and make a business plan.
I got your message.
Now mine, the thing is that what I do is like it's porcelain painting, I paint on porcelain and I sell that. So it's not like a big business as such, which I can develop it into like a mass production kind of a thing, because it is all done only by me and I don't have a team or anything. But I do sell it.
Something and you're passionate about that, it's your passion.
Yes.
And if you're passionate about that and the world requires it, people are there to take that. People are wanting that. That is your vocation. And if you're doing something that you're good at and you're passionate about it and the world requires it and you're getting paid for it, that's your profession.
Yes.
So even if it's small or big, don't worry about that. It always starts from small.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
Kentucky Chicken started from the roadside. And after he had retired. Okay, so there are wonderful stories. So I won't talk about stories. All of you know already. So, yeah. Anybody else will just hear? Yash, Sakshi, you are looking for something from this session? Thank you, first of all, for joining us. Sakshi, would you like to unmute yourself? Yes, yeah.
I am interested in cooking, means my passion is cooking.
So how can, I am not in business, how can I proceed?
Right. So I think some of you have missed my session where I talked about never too late to start a business. And I did a star busting. Some of you were there, and I did a process called start busting. And there you could have actually had the answer for what Sakshi is saying, Sashi is saying. But we will do that session again. Those are that session helped you to think of ideas, different ideas that you can do. Today you're saying, I love cooking, but maybe, like Bharti loves cooking. She has something else, and she has plants and nursery. So I think I can give her 12 ideas to do. So you think that you have one or two, but when you listen to others also, you get a lot more ideas.
Ma'am, I have missed the first session actually.
No worries. We will repeat it so you can join.
Okay.
So we'll learn. Sashi, my request to you is come register for all SAP sessions, since you are keen on doing something, and you listen to everything, you learn, and you will get to know. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Keep repeating. Yeah. Bharti, yes.
Yeah, Binda madam, I'm Savi. Actually, I have some issue with the device. I will log in from other device. See, yeah, I wanted to tell you is I had started about making chocolates. I learned, and then started making chocolates. Since my children are working in corporates, I made some hampers for them. As a gift, Diwali gift. All this they give to their employees and all. So it was quite a hit. Means I did it for almost 2 years, was doing quite well, but then something happened with some family problems, and then I left it. So I wanted to pick it up again, but this time,
just hold on for some time, and we are going to talk about all of it, and you can get started now also. Okay, I will listen to Bharti, and then I get started with how to create our business plans. Yes, Bharti.
Actually, I prepared like ready to cook items. I showed in my session also. Actually, I sold here in our complex, and I got FASSI. This is 1.5 year back. But that time I kept one maid and full-time maid, and then Corona came, stop. Now that my FASSI also means getting, I think, expiry date will be there. Again, I have to start. And not only we 2-3 people want, means I want to take some people and make it big. Like I make like ready to cook.
Right. So Bharti, sorry to interrupt. So, we will talk in the session as we go along. You'll get ideas, because all this, I'm here only to tell you how you can get started. Ideas are yours. So you are going to put it on the paper using that framework to take you forward. So now somebody said,
I want to make it little big. That's so.
Yeah. So you are already there and you want to make it big. Sashi hasn't started. Somebody else also hasn't started. Somebody else has done something. They will get ideas to do many different things, maybe in addition to what they are doing. So it should all come along. Okay. So lovely to see the interest from people who are all talking. So are you ready to start your business? You should ask yourself if you are excited about your idea. If you're excited about your idea that you have, because it all starts with something. Before, when I was working, I said, oh, I don't want to work all my life. Maybe, I'm very good at so and so thing. I want to start something soon. I need money, so I can't quit my job. But maybe in the next few years, I'm going to do some saving. My children are going to grow up, and then I will start with this idea. Are you excited about that? Now, before I was wanting to call it a day, I retired before about 7 years before my retirement, 7 years before my retirement age. But 3 years before that only, I had, at the age of 50 and 55 only, I had started writing. I can do this, I can do that, I shall do that. So there were at least 12 ideas that I had. And today what I'm doing, I think I'm doing more than 4, 5, 6 of what I had written down. Okay. So it is very important that you have to have an idea about what you're good at and just start writing down, because we are not computers, right? Black and white writing is very important. So that is where we are going to come to. make a business plan. Your product or idea has a market. If you think you're ready, these are the 10 things you have to ask yourself. The product or idea has a market. Like there are people who are looking for it. You understand the competition. So, for example, that, okay, yoga class. I am good at yoga, and people are wanting to learn yoga. Okay. So, but then there is a lot of people who are teaching yoga. So understand who are the kind of people, how many classes are there, how many studios are there, where you are living and all that. What kind of teachers today? Every second person starts teaching yoga. So it should. So what is the difference that you are going to bring? You are able to take a financial risk. Now for yoga class, I'm just giving you one example. It could be cooking, or it could be, supposing you're cooking, then are you able to take the financial risk? Okay, today I'm a retired person. I need, my pension is coming. I need that money. But yes, I have little money which I can invest. I don't want to invest all my money that is coming from pension fund or my returns from the savings, because I have to run my home. I'm retired now. So if I'm doing something, I will need money. So what is that sum money? 5,000, 10,000. And that 10,000 is coming, then you pocket, and then you're going to roll the same 10,000. In one of my sessions last time, I mentioned that I was very clear, whatever I'm going to do, I was upgrading myself, learn online. All pandemic and all came much later, but I had to do a lot of learning and all that. But I did NLP program, I did emotional fitness certification. All those cost money, but I was very clear, I'm not going to pay big money. So 70,000, 90,000 you pay for NLP program, certification program. I decided I wanted to do NLP for my knowledge and not to conduct NLP sessions. So I waited when there was something, one offer was there for trainers at 10,000. I grabbed it and I did that. So I did not pay 70 or 80,000 like some of my friends went different places, 5-6 days residential program, and I did not do that. So you have to financial risk. You understand the risk of failure. It will happen when you're starting something on your own. You are your own boss. So everything you have to do. There will be time when you make so many things and then it doesn't sell, it fails. Then you have to take it out at 50% cost, or just start giving it as gifts and all that. But you have to prepare your mind for that, mentally be prepared for that. You also understand the risk of success. There will be success. Now, what is the risk? Everybody loves success. There is a risk of failure, there is risk for success. Success is, I decided to cook these kind of dishes, or I decided to do so many yoga classes, and people are just coming to me for classes, they're enrolling, and now I don't have enough time and I'm refusing to do so. I am successful, but there is a risk that I'm losing customers. In fact, as I'm talking to you, I can give you my own example. I started and I was into L&D and all, but today there are people who are asking me and I don't have the time, and I tell them, if you are having a clinical problem, come to
And
me
what
with a
is,
point.
sorry to interrupt, what is LMB?
Learning and development. Training.
Okay.
Training, a lot of people go into the training and development. So that's it. Sorry. And then there are people today, but I only take them by appointment and if they have medical problem, because there are many people teaching yoga, so I don't take yoga. So success means you come to a level where you choose your listing. So there is a risk there also. You're ready to roll up your sleeves. You are ready to learn. Every day is a learning. So many of you are here. You will be learning to operate your PPT, operate your Android phone in much better manner, Instagram account and all that. So many things you will learn because you want to take your business. You're capable of managing your own time. That is very important. You have decided to become an entrepreneur, take your business somewhere else. So you have to learn to manage your time. You are able to see the potential in your own self, because what happens is, until we push ourselves against the wall, we don't know how strong and how powerful we are. When you take something like that in hand, you are actually seeing your true potential. And of course, you are going to be your own boss. And for all these things, when you're going to deal with people, dealing with people, managing people, man management we call, is nothing but your relationship management. So how you deal with your customer, how we deal with your people around, internal customer, external customer, all that. So all that I talked just now, we are having sessions. Most of the sessions I'm conducting, look up my sessions under Binda, you will see some topics, and there are some other people who are conducting. So register for those sessions so that you can upgrade yourself and you learn. Every day is a learning. I also learn every day. Hi, Usha and Nita Mehta. Okay, so all of you are, I know we have some of our chosen members here, Vaidehi, Nita, Bharti, Anjana. Yes, and those who have not been chosen, don't worry. As I said in the beginning, listen and start working on your idea, and you might become faster. These people are learning. You will learn along with them, and you will learn from their experiences also, because they will share their whatever is happening with them, good or bad, or learn their learnings is what they will share. Okay, so how do we? Now, when we say a successful business, there is always an idea in your mind. That's why you want to do the business. When you have an idea, you need to have a plan. This is the idea. I want to put it on paper. I want to bring it into implementation. So if you want to bring it into implementation, what are you going to do? You have to create a plan, right? That I will do this, then I will do this, then I'm going to go here. Like Bharti said, I want to make it big, something she's already doing. So she said she's good at cooking, but maybe she has not thought what she wants to do, but she knows she loves cooking. So she will get ideas. Mamta is here today, and she said she's come. I only heard she's from the HR background and she's retired and she wants to do something. So she will listen to people, and there might be, well, like in addition to the HR skills, that because HR means you are actually dealing with people. And when you're dealing with people, you automatically learn to train them, because that's our job. So maybe she can think of getting into the training and development area, which is a known area. We always like to go to a comfortable area, what we are good at. As you go along, maybe something more, some other skills will come up, and it will all, evolve. So that could be different things. So she'll get ideas about it. Geeta is already into something. So some of you must be there. I don't know about everyone here, but I'm sure you people are thinking as I'm talking. Please make your notes. All my sessions, even otherwise, I say sit with a paper and pencil. But for the SAP Accelerator program, my request to all of you is please make your notes, because you will get assignments to do, and we are not sharing the recording. We will be replaying, we will be having the same topic again, repeating the topic, but it is in your own interest to take notes, because every class is related to another topic. It's like that you are attending a college. You're gone back to study in your college days and you're learning. Okay. So what do? When we have an idea, we will plan, and then we are going to take action. Okay. Now the idea could be about any idea. You have to identify a specific problem. You would have identified a specific customer, and you would have identified a solution. So there is always a problem. What is the problem? People don't get authentic food, or people don't get ready-made authentic powders or masalas. And Bharti is very good at that, because she keeps making, and she realized that people are just mixing and all, but they are missing out on that authentic taste. So why not? I'm making for myself a big jar for the whole year. So why not make it in a bigger quantity and send it around and say, okay, here it is. I am having a pack of 100 grams or 250 grams, and this is the cost. And so what is the problem? The problem here is ready spices are not available for authentic dishes. That could be one of the problems. Problem could be there are a lot of health related problems, and everybody doesn't have the facility to go to a nearby yoga class to learn yoga. Every doctor says you have a back problem, you have spondylitis, do yoga. You have heart problem, do yoga. But I don't know where to go and do yoga, and I'm looking for teachers, and I don't know whether they are good teachers or not. So I keep asking people. So if you are into yoga, The problem is people are becoming health conscious. There is a lot of illness, mental health and physical health related problems are increasing. So those are problems. Your idea, your business plan is about the solution that you're going to bring for these people. And who are the customers who are facing the problem is the customers. So there is a problem, there are customers, and there's a solution. When you bring a solution to the problem, this is the business idea that you have. To cover this up, we are going to work on a business plan. How do we do that? Outline the problem and your proposed solution. I just gave you an example of spices. I gave example of, I can give you many examples. I'm taking Bharti's example because I've seen her garden virtually and she shares pictures of her flowers and all. And she has a beautiful place. So maybe there are so many people who are staying in high-rise building. They have little kitchen garden or their balcony garden, and everybody doesn't have green fingers. So maybe she decides that when the monsoon comes or before monsoon, there are tiny saplings that are coming or shoots that are coming. She can just scoop them up and make little, those little disposable cups or glasses. She can start putting those plants, and whoever comes to her house visiting or something, she can just give one as a return gift or a thank you gift. When she is visiting somewhere, she can give it. So the word is spreading around. And then somebody says, oh, that's a pretty flower. Where did you get it from? That person will say, Bharti, my friend, gave it to me when she visited. Oh, that's nice. This girl will say she has a beautiful nursery at home. She has a beautiful garden and she loves to do this. And that other person will say, oh, I would love to buy some plants from her. So that is how you are spreading the word around. This could be another thing. And the problem is, people are working, don't have the time to look after their plants. They don't have the place but they love plants. Okay, they love nature. They don't have the place. So this is the problem, and proposed solution. Bharti can do the solution. Here again, I'm talking because more than 10, 12 years back when my office was shifting to Bangalore, we were looking at a lot of housing complexes in Whitefield area for my staff. And I came across 4 graduate engineers and MBAs, youngsters, and they were together and they were, they left the IT high paying salary job, and they were doing this maintaining of plants and nurseries in buildings, high-rise building, because in Bangalore and IT Park and all that, people have all the money, double income, people, husband, wife are working, but they don't have time to look after. They want to have beautiful homes, very expensive homes. They want it to look beautiful, but they don't have the time to maintain it. So these people came up with this idea and they are flourishing. They are doing excellent. Another couple and 2 of their classmates started food supply to, I'm saying this because I've dealt with them, and we did this survey for our office because our office was shifting and we wanted people to relocate, and that's how I got to know about this gardening thing. And we were looking for people to be supplied home food or lunch at office, and we got to know there was a couple who made a presentation, and then we realized that they were also highly qualified engineers and MBAs, and they 4 of them together decided to have this kitchen, and they were supplying in different corporates the food, because they felt people who are working, they leave their house in the morning, go home in the evening, they don't eat a meal, they should get balanced diet and all that, and they got into this. And in one of the flats, they brought some people who love to cook. They made one of them a supervisor. Under them, they were having cooks and all, and large scale. So many ideas can come. Problem is what you have to look at, and solution is what is your idea. What is the problem that you are going to fix with the solution that you have as your business idea? If you find an answer to that, you have a plan in place. Share the facts and figures about your target market. Okay, all of you who are thinking of business, all of you sitting here, in fact, you have to have answers to all this. Shared facts and figures about your target market. If I'm doing yoga, I'm not going to travel for 2 hours to teach yoga. I would want to attend to people who are in and around me so that I cut down on travel area. I did that. When I quit my job as a counselor, I was traveling from here 47 kilometers to Mira Road, sometimes 23 kilometers to another child, because I was more into child counseling. But then I discovered that I did that for a year or plus. I discovered I was spending far too much time traveling and coming back. So slowly I cut down on that, and I just take by very, see, it is always from through reference. Okay, I don't go all over the place, but then if we are going, then you have to market also. You need to describe your product. If we are talking about authentic spices, you need to describe. If you're talking about yoga, what is the kind of yoga that I'm going to do? Yoga for mental health. I'm going to do yoga for prenatal, postnatal, yoga for pregnancy, yoga for whatever. So what is my specialty is what I would be describing. Outline your business model. Now we are going to, when we have all these things, we are going to outline our business model. I'm going to show that to all of you, which you will make a note in your notebook or take a screenshot, because you're going to create your business model, a canvas we call it. That will be your business plan. Okay, then you will have competition. There will be a lot of competition. So you have to figure out, you have to gather information about your competition also. Then somebody asked about going forward, I want to do something. You were saying, I want to grow big. Now, if I start something, Shashi hasn't even started. If Shashi's saying, okay, now I'm going to do this. So today I'm going to start that, but in the next 6 months, I want to be here. In the next 12 months, I want to be here. By 5 years, I want to be here. This is what you will prepare. Your goal has to be, your roadmap and goal has to be planned also. Introduce your team, because as you're growing, I just told you that those 4 people put their head together. They were only handling the marketing because they were business management people, but the idea came from them and they didn't have to sit and cook. But they experienced the difficulty that you don't get balanced food, you don't get fresh food at home and the office. You have to struggle in the morning, manage the home, manage the work. So this was a solution they brought. So what did they do? They picked up people who were fond of, who were passionate about cooking, who had. So they must have created their team. So there is always a team who work, because a good business entrepreneur has to learn to delegate. You can't do everything yourself. But there are different types of business. Initially, it could be a one-man, like something that I am doing. I'm just doing a single person, because yoga is something I am going to teach what I know. I cannot say, okay, I'll send you this teacher. But if I have an institute where I'm training train the trainer, I'm training people to say exactly this is how you have to teach, then I can expand and call people, learn. Yes, I have an institute and my so-and-so colleague will teach you, my so-and-so colleague will teach you. So that way you can introduce your team. And of course, not to forget the financial requirement. You need money. So you start with, like, I am just talking because I started with that X amount and I said, I decided every year for my own upgradation, because we all learn. I decided this is the X amount I'm going to put for myself, nothing more, nothing less. And then when I was getting assignments, I was making money, right? So, but then you have to invest in yourself, in upgrading yourself also. So whether you're starting with one product, you might start with 3 more products, so you have to do that. What we do is, now we are going to look at the simple, I think there's another slide, yeah. So there are different types of business plans. Sorry about this spelling error, but it's okay. I think you just overlooked that. This is the one I want to show you. Okay, because this, I just put it together because I was going to show you only a simple business plan, because we are all somewhere at the age of 50 plus, and we don't want to, today at the beginning, we don't want to go into a strategic plan. But I thought it is nice to understand what is strategic plan, and then I come to business, simple business plan. So this, just before the class, I put these points together. There are strategic business plans, operational, tactical, contingency plan. These are all for big, like 4 people together. They are going for funding, Shark Tank and all that. They want big investments from investors and all. So they have to prepare all these things and submit a report. You and I don't have to go through that. When they have to prepare, they have to make the company's overview. What is the company? Is it a proprietary company? Is it a single owner, or it's a partnership company, or it is a LLP limited company? Then what is the business structure? What is the mission, vision, and core values of the company? What are your goals 12 months from now, 2 years, 3 years from now, and 10 years from now? All that has to come in the business plan when we are submitting the investor. So we are not there. Okay. Where are we? We are here. We want to make 1-page simple business plan. What is the purpose of your business plan? What is the problem you're trying to solve? What are your objectives? What are the strategies and action plan? This becomes your canvas. If the word is canvas, when you paint, this is the piece of canvas that I have, maybe 10 by 10, or I have 18 by 14 or whatever. Decide, looking at the canvas, you will start creating your picture or image or portrait, right? Similarly, on that 1 page, you're going to treat it as your canvas, and then you're going to write all these things so that it's already there in your mind. For some things you might want to think, but otherwise they're all there in your mind. You just have to put it in the proper pockets. All right. I will pause here for a while. Is it going okay? Am I going too fast, or is it making sense?
Ma'am, there is
It's
Neeta
perfect.
Mehta. It's a request
It's
from her
fine.
if you could speak in Hindi also little bit.
Okay.
Is that
Okay.
possible? Yeah.
Okay. So the session is actually in English, but yes, maybe I'll
Yes,
take
I
the
informed
questions.
her.
I'm saying in Hindi also. Yes, Neeta ji. Neeta Mehta.
Neeta Mehta. Yeah.
Right. So Neeta Mehta अपने बेटे के साथ आई थी. नहीं, वो अग्रवाल थी ना. Renu Agarwal hasn't come. I think Renu Agarwal also wanted Hindi. All right. कोशिश हम करते हैं. और yeah, is it going okay so far? अभी तक जो मैंने बताया कि when you are going to do a business, एक आपके पास एक बीज है आपके दिमाग में, आपने बोया है. अब उस बीज को पौधा निकलने वाला है. क्या क्या करना है? तो अब सबके पास you all have some idea about what is it that you are going to do, or something like Vaidehi has talked about just 1 or 2 things, but she also is very, very talented and very creative. And I would say that she can do so many more things. Once I heard Vaidehi saying her son does something, he creates, I think some creative dikhaya tha na, Vaidehi, he makes some things. So together they can do, Vaidehi and the son together, because he's already doing something. She's also very creative. So if they're doing 1 or 2 items, maybe going forward, they might come up with 4 or 5 different things. But start slow so that you get a grip of what is the process and system to be followed. When your foundation is strong, then you are much better to do something more. Like cooking, if I say, I'll give, there is less time, I won't give example now, I'll share. No questions? I can give you hundreds of examples of entrepreneurs. Okay, let me show you share the format of the plan, so that this is how you can take a screenshot if you want. And this is what we are going to do. This is the one. Okay. So this is going to be your 1-page business plan. In this square, you make 6 portions on top, the first half of the page. Then divide it into 4. On top, make 6 portions. Then the center one, again divide 4. Divide half, and then this will be, draw a line in between. So you have funding resources, you have financial projection. And the last one is the elevator pitch. Okay, so let me just come to you. So this is where you're going to write the problem. This is where you're going to write the target audience. This is the solution. This is unfair advantage. And like, what is that advantage that you're going to get by launching that product. Okay, promotion connection. So how are you going to promote? How are you going to connect with your target audience? Competition. You need to know who are the other players in the similar thing. If Vaidehi is cooking or Bharti is making masalas or Shashi is cooking, you will also have to think of how many people in my complex are also doing this kind of things. And she has to keep and if they are they doing the authentic cooking? Are they doing the continental cooking? Are they doing just the daily regular cooking? So those kind of dishes, if she's or the festival kind of a dishes. So when she knows the competition, then she will know what she should focus on. Funding, if you need money, if you're doing cooking and all that, of course we will say, I have my ration pani in the house, so I will use that. No, if you're taking orders, if you so you set aside, okay, if I'm taking orders for maybe making bundi laddus, I'm going to make, somebody has asked me to make 100 bundi laddus, so I will know how much material, so I'll buy that, I'll make a list of how much it is there, and then I'll put that money aside and I'll buy just the enough thing. I'm not going to use my ghar ka ghee and my ghar ka sugar. Everything will come from there. Maybe you're going to use your gas stove at home or electric stove at home. That you have to park some money, estimated some money there, so that you know how much money you have spent and how much. If you need more money, supposing there is a big order, I have done that with people. There are people who take orders and they are not very well off. Like, somebody who I know that there are families who do Puran Polis and I want 50 Puran Polis. So I won't wait to give, then I offer, I can give you the money. The 50 Puran Polis I'm going to pay after she delivers, but she needs to buy material and she may not have material enough money to buy. So I might just tell her, okay, I'm giving you 50% advance money. So funds, resources, what you should see. And then the financial projection. What is your expenses? What are your liabilities, your assets, your liabilities, and then whatever you have income, expenditure, and then whatever is remaining is your profit. So you need to know all that also. You might want to buy new utensils. You might buy suddenly 2 extra pressure cookers because you suddenly got big orders and all that. So all that should be projected. And the elevator pitch is what somebody said, who Neeta. Sorry, Neeta said she missed that first session. I think the second one is happening this week sometime. How to pitch your big idea. It was part 1 and part 2. So that is that they're teaching you this idea that is in your head. This is the idea. Why am I doing it? How am I going to do it? And for who am I going to do it? All this you are going to be able to tell in that 1 minute or 2 minutes. So you have to write that. That is what is taught in that session. So I saw somebody raised her hand. Neeta had raised her hand. Usha. Yeah, Usha.
Yeah, myself. Ma'am, please provide the notes also of this one.
You will get notes, but yeah, so but this screen, you can just take a screenshot. Notes will be in pointers, not elaborate. That's why.
Okay. Okay, thanks, ma'am.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying that it is important to attend the session also. So when it is in pointers, then you can relate. Everything I cannot give in the notes, no? But it will be a little deep in notes. Fine? Okay. So now, this is how you're going to write your plan. First, top 3 problems that you are going to solve. What are the problems people are having? So if we are taking Bharti's case, so Bharti is thinking of making some typical spices from Andhra or something. Then what is the problem today people are facing? Top 3 or 4 she will write. 3 is good enough. What problems are they already paying to solve? Maybe they are getting it, but they are paying very, very high amounts to get something that they want. So then she knows that she will write here. All of you, your problems, whatever area you're going to do, write here. Target customer and audience. Who is your ideal customer? Your age, where do they live? they live, what do they do, what they care about. I mean, I'll say, okay, I'm going to give to all my people in the neighborhood, and then she realizes all the neighborhood people are all youngsters who are working in IT companies. So those are the people who are happy ordering a pizza and a burger or a packed meal and all that. So they are not the ones who are going to make at home, cooking at home, right? So a target audience has to be someone who are like housewives, homemakers, or people who are in joint family and who still value their traditions and things like that. So those are the people are her target audience. What does the perfect solution to your audience problem look like? How will you solve that problem? This is what is it that you're going to make? I'm going to make first two types of the common masalas that come in Andhra, which anybody and everybody can use in any of the gravies, and the flavor gets highlighted, and you remember your uh, typical traditional dish. You remember your mother's recipe, you remember your grandmother's recipe. After she has done those two things, maybe then she can graduate to adding some 2, 3 more specific masalas in it. But initially, maybe she want to do only because there is even if there are 2 masalas, there are so much of work going in that. So she will decide 3 solutions if you can write 3 problems. What unfair advantage do you have over the competitors? What makes your solution different and valuable? Why should they come to Bharti, and why can't they go to one shop in the market and buy the masalas in Hyderabad? So she should be able to, like this, we say roasted masala, the ready masala and the home ground masala definitely has different flavor, because ready masala is coming from the machine, done on the machine and all that. Here we are actually doing, roasting it, right kind of proportion and all that. So we ourselves know how the roasted sambar masala at home tastes and how the ready masala tastes. Promotion. How are you going to connect with your audience? What are the modes of marketing that you're going to use? Instagram, marketplace, or you're going to make WhatsApp group and send it to your complex group and your friends group. What is it you're going to do? So that is also very important. What is your biggest competition? Is the market growing or is it shrinking? You have to have all the information about the market. Competition analysis is to be done, research is to be done. That gives you the idea of whether you want to get into this or not, or whether you want to divert it. And if you're getting into it, how big, how small? Because you're not doing it just for 6 months, you're thinking for 10, 20, 30 years ahead. So you need to have good information about the market in which the product that you're going to do, and the area that you're going to work with, and the people that you're going to work with. Funding, what costs are required to start, what are the ongoing costs that's going to happen. So you have to keep your mind open that where is that money coming from? If I've decided to do, I know I do dress designing. I'm good at cutting, sewing. I have a sewing machine. I only have to buy the fabric and I can do it. So there's not much cost. It's just the frills and buttons and those kind of things I will need. So that for that I can keep maybe 1,000 rupees a month. And then if I'm stitching and I'm getting the sale of my dresses that I'm selling, my 1,000 rupees is made up much early. But if there is something that I'm getting in where I want to buy a grinder, I want to buy a roti maker, I want to buy something else, then it is an additional cost, because that was not in your house first. You are doing it only because you're getting into the business. All that has to come here. The resources required, place required. Do you have enough place in the corner of your kitchen? Are you going to do that? Or you will have to go to your sister's house and do it, or your neighbor and you are doing together, so you have to find a place. All that is your cost. Project revenue and profit or loss for the first year. When do you expect to make profit? Always remember, as a thumb rule, first 2 years are supposed to be the teething year. The teething problem rahega. Something is working, something is not working. So mentally tell yourself, I am not looking at profits for the first 2 years. I am just looking at establishing my business and getting started with and maintaining my quality, maintaining my services. And that is how I'm going to get started. So this is very, very important. And last but not the least, when you have all of this, you have to prepare your elevator pitch, which is in one powerful sentence. You should be able to tell the audience, tell people what exactly is the business you're doing. This is the audience, this is their problem, and this is my solution. And why should they come to me? Because this. Okay. So with this, we come to the end of the session, and you can take a screenshot of this slide. Okay, because this is going to be very, very helpful to prepare your business plan. Thank you very much for being part of this session.